Hello and welcome to UC Today. My name is David Dungay. Today we're here to talk about the ongoing integration of UCaaS and CCaaS. I have with me today Phil and Ahad. Welcome to the show, both of you. How are you?
Very well, thank you, David. Very well.
Fantastic. So let's do some introductions first of all. Ahad, do you want to kick us off? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your role in Vodafone.
Fantastic. Thank you, David. Hi, everyone. My name's Aahad Khalid. I'm the product lead for Unified Comms and Contact Center at Vodafone Business. So I look after our products and our business customers. My main role is to look after the product roadmap, but also I love to do loads of engagement with customers as well as our sales teams.
And Phil, obviously the specialist partner for today from RingCentral. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Ring.
Good afternoon, David. Thanks for inviting us today. So my name's Phil Doherty. Been in this industry for nearly over 30 years, I think, last time I looked. I run our sales engineering team here at RingCentral in our international segment. So international being UK, France, Germany, and Australia. And our sales engineering team, we support some of our strategic partners such as Vodafone. And our team is here to articulate the value and the benefit that the RingCentral portfolio can bring for our customers out there in the marketplace.
Fantastic. Well, let's get into some questions then. Maybe we'll start with a bit of a scene setter. Ahad, I'm going to come to you first. Obviously, this is a partnership you're coming to market with together, but there might be a lot of people out there who kind of maybe not sure as the role of a telco in this kind of UC and CC landscape we find ourselves in. Maybe you can give us, what is the role of the telco in all of this?
Fantastic, and a great question to start off with. So at Vodafone, we've been connecting people for 40 years, starting from the first SMS that was sent, the first mobile call that happened on the UK network. In addition to that, we have an extensive network on fixed services. We're a tier one telco who's been providing fixed voice and internet services to businesses for many years. So it's important to understand the network capabilities because essentially all these applications will run over a mobile or a fixed network. Our ambition really is to help businesses of all sizes by investing into technology so they can achieve their ambitions and their goals. And we do this on the backbone of an award-winning network. When we talk specifically about unified comms and contact center, really the role of the telco is to bring together all the pieces of the jigsaw. So if you start to break down the different components involved in your communications platform, whether it's internal or external, you have the platform, so the cloud-hosted software, the applications, the reporting, all of that good stuff. You have the network. How are you going to connect to that cloud? You then have telephone numbers because people are going to ring you. And then it's the human side. You will need expertise in the initial deployment and then in the in-life management of your solutions. And at Vodafone Business, with our partners, we can provide that experience to customers where they have to deal with a single entity, a single party that's accountable for all those elements. And they can consume this over a reliable, secure, and scalable network. Support is something I can't emphasize enough on. And that's one of the things we really focus on. Using the expertise we have, we can make sure the implementation is up to scratch, the in-life management is there, you have a smooth onboarding process, the billing is efficient, and then you have round-the-clock technical assistance as well whenever you need that throughout your product lifecycle.
Yeah, I mean, this plays into some of the trends we're seeing at UC today, and people are they're looking for that kind of that reduced number of providers where they can have that singular focus. And of course, people are buying, UC and CC together, increasingly as well. Let's talk about maybe some of those business performance gains that we're seeing in the market. Phil, I'll come to you for this. Where are you seeing the best performance gains from businesses that are using like this integrated UC and CC platform?
That's a great question, David, and it's a question we often get asked many times. I'm going to look at it through a commercial lens and then an operational lens first. But first and foremost, having a UCaaS platform and a CCaaS platform together does facilitate a simpler and a more strategic approach. UCaaS typically focusing on connecting both external customers and internal individuals with one another. CCaaS connecting customers, the right customer service representative across the channel of the choice. And together, it's about bringing that seamless experience, that single experience, in delivering a highly available, highly reliable customer engagement platform. If you integrate the two platforms together from a business perspective, it does result in positive business metric improvements. So from the CFO, from an IT perspective, it's simplified IT management. It's about supplier rationalization, not dealing with multiple partners and the ecosystem of partners that they have as well, and the different operational and support models. Operational maintenance are streamlined with a unified team. One point troubleshooting, it's about providing that simple triage process to reduce complexity. If you look at technology, you could take your technical rationalization. You don't have as many PSTN providers or third parties to deal with, such as on-premise equipment, multiple call recording vendors that you need there. And it's about providing that improved business agility. So the ability to flex as your business changes. If I look at it from a business perspective, and I've been in this industry in a long time, and I often look at what does an agent do? And how does an agent provide that feedback? How do they provide insight back to their business? Around the promotions, around the reasons why customers are connecting with their organization. So agents provide some real insight in terms of what's going on with a product or a sale or a marketing campaign. They can provide real insight into a sales and a marketing strategy, whether the correct promotions are being applied. So also about bringing collaboration within that CX environment as well. And a lot of the statistics that we see is that in the region of about 47% of companies allow non-contact center employees to help and provide additional support into their business as well. And within those companies, something like 30% of employees need to help agents in dealing with customer inquiries as well. And having that single platform can help that overall efficiency and improve that customer service from a business and from an operational perspective.
Ahad, I'll be interested on your perspective on that as well. Phil mentioned there the improvements around customer experience. The flip side of that is, of course, employee experience as well. What's your take on that kind of that business benefit?
Yeah, Phil has made some great points, and what I would like to add is integrating technologies gives businesses a freedom to execute what they want to do. So to unpack that, as an example, if you want to start using AI to benefit your business, to achieve your goals, or if you want to add a layer of compliance across your business, when you have separate, isolated systems, it can be very challenging to do that because you have to impact assess each platform separately, and then the speed of change is probably not going to be what you're thriving for. And what integrated unified comms and contact center or back office and front office communication platform will do for you is allow you to implement your strategy wherever you want to take the business in a much simpler and more effective way. because essentially you will be doing that change once across that platform, but it will deliver results across all ways that you communicate, both internally and externally.
So, Phil, I'll come to you next. How does integrating platforms really improve customer and employee engagement and, of course, experience?
Thanks, David. So, from a technology perspective, it's all around resolving and improving customer issues the first time. And having a combined stroke integrated system for customer service and messaging task, can help seamlessly improve customer interactions and improve that, that first contact resolution, identifying where the subject matter expert is, and more importantly, what their availability is. Secondly, we talk about improved collaboration, having access to presence indication. So I'm somebody in the front office and I'm looking to identify a resident expert who may be a specialist in a particular product or a service. And having that visibility of their availability, I can just seamlessly integrate them, bring them into the interaction, whether it's via messaging or whether it's via a voice conversation, can help up that speed of answer. Having an integrated directory, customer service employees can easily connect with experts in the back end. We can do it via messaging and video we just discussed, or it's just searching, looking at knowledge base articles. Somebody's written a knowledge base article who's in the back office, I can quickly message them just to clarify a question and to get an update on an answer. Agents can easily transfer calls out of the contact center. You can just quickly route them back out. You can route them externally these days as well. And agents can effectively solve customer issues with less work in a shorter amount of time without having the frustration of researching information, not delivering that first contact experience and having to call the customer back later on. Technology these days, especially from RingCentral, we've got unified analytics, we've got unified management, we've got single pane of glass solutions that can provide that single management interface and integrated analytics, allowing for an organization to get a better insight and give them the tools and the data to make some informed decision making. Getting a snapshot of how the business is performing, how the teams are performing at any time of day. Providing dashboards, providing dashboards to team managers, supervisors, so they can instantly get identified or notified of any gaps within an SLA, making it easy to address real-time challenges for them as well. And another area is also mobility, and this is where Vodafone come in. Having mobile applications available for customer service representatives who are on the go, and that may be particularly useful for segments such as retail, sales, financial services, or even delivery services. And having that single integrated platform allows for the use of APIs. Our platform it's an API first service, and it's about tailoring workflows. And when you tailor a workflow, you've got flexibility and the ability to adapt to the way that the business is changing. So you may want to route the contact to the front office first, but it may be that you want to route the contact to the back office services as well. So having an integrated platform really can provide lots of benefits. More importantly, it's about improving customer issues as quickly as you can.
So you mentioned there, those systems, UC and C systems in isolation. Obviously, there are a lot of customers out there who have bought these kind of two platforms completely independently of each other. In fact, let's face it, that's probably true for most companies right now today. Although we're seeing that changing slowly. For those that have already bought UC and CC independently, how difficult is it to bring these services together? And then opt for that kind of fully integrated, platform provider, if you like. Aahad, I'm going to start you off on that one.
It is possible, a lot of businesses out there have separate platforms. What that naturally means is two platforms, two vendors, two contracts, two bills, two support structures and SLAs, and the list goes on. However, it is possible to integrate and gain efficiencies on two separate platforms. So some of the common ways businesses achieve this, first of all, it's about routing traffic between the two platforms. So a customer service exec can get in touch with a back office colleague to resolve a customer issue. To make sure that happens effectively, you can create a bridge between two platforms. Generally, it's done over PSTN. So essentially, you're calling out from one platform and dialing back into the other one to have that communication. That's a common use case that we see. With that comes a commercial consideration as well, because if you're on separate calling plans, for example, you don't want to be constantly incurring cost when you're essentially communicating internally. So that's a consideration when you're integrating. It's not just about the technology, but also the commercial impact. And then the other key use case or integration here that you can do is about presence. So knowing what your colleagues are doing, are they available? Again, that can be done through API integrations as well. So it is possible. However, what then happens is that you create a bespoke arrangement between two platforms, and that can become a bit problematic to manage, because each of your platforms will evolve over time, and then you will be responsible to monitor that change process to make sure that the integrations that you created are still going to be supported and they're future-proof. If we compare that to a integrated platform approach, naturally this will give you one technical platform for front and back office, a single cloud environment that will evolve in a singular cadence, so you know exactly how the technology is changing, how you can benefit and prepare for that as well. The actual procurement process becomes easier. You have more buying power, but also you have benefits of having a single contract and ultimately a single billing process that you can adopt within your business as well. So the benefits do rack up quite quickly if you do make the decision for the integrated UC and contact center solution. We actually did some research with Aberdeen Strategy and Research, and there are some key things that it was very pleasing to see that actually real life customer research is showing this. So a few things that we saw, that the customer retention and satisfaction levels were going up because of the adoption of integrated technologies. Agent productivity was going up because essentially the workflows are becoming more efficient and user-friendly. We saw a reduction in contact abandonment rates. So, customers who contact you but then don't complete the full journey, that's going down. That's increasing customer engagement. And then finally, from a supervisor point of view, someone who's managing that customer contact environment, the time they're spending on management is reducing, which is freeing up both agents and supervisors to really focus on the business goals around customer experience and growth.
Fantastic. So obviously, Phil, you spoke a little bit about customer experience at the beginning of this conversation. Maybe we could talk about meeting the future needs of those customers as well. How do you see these integrated technologies really helping meet that customer service kind of that future demand from customers?
From a RingCentral perspective, having access to that real-time conversational insight, getting access to that data across all channels, whether it's a customers engaging with the front office, customers engaging with the back office, customers engaging with sales teams, engaging with knowledge workers, engaging with marketing teams. It's getting that full 360 view. And if we use AI efficiently and correctly, we can mine that insight. So we can get a full 360 view in terms of what customers are saying, what they're providing feedback about, and what the challenges have got. So if you look at using the technology efficiently, We can help sales teams increase win rates. So we can provide accurate customer insight from call recordings and summaries. So it's just the call recordings and summaries are coming from one place. We can help agents deliver higher quality, personalized service because we're getting insight about previous conversations and previous interactions that may have taken place. But AI can also help agent efficiencies as well. It's about revenue growth, and it's about improving those customer rating improvements. For instance, companies using AI, we know and we've seen that we can increase revenue by an average of something like 19 or 20%. If you think about using the technology effectively, using automatic scheduling, automatic forecasting, as opposed to using manual processes, enables an organization to serve their customers as their demands change, whilst at the same time providing real-time agent assistance can also help improve the agent performance, the agent satisfaction, and also the customer satisfaction. Getting that insight, getting that customer feedback, we can help marketing teams. So is a marketing campaign that which will then drive an engagement from a customer? How do we tailor those marketing campaigns, which may push interactions from, let's say, from a voice conversation, maybe to a self-service interaction as well. And with technology, it's all around, improving and integrating different channels, whether it's voice, whether it's video, whether it's other digital channels, SMS, email, WhatsApp, whatever it may be. Once you get all of those channels together, having that information or that data insight can really improve the bottom line of an organization, and making that integrated technology workflow enable their business to be more efficient and more effective.
Yeah, that's a really great point. Actually, we're seeing this in the market as well. AI is the big driver for a lot of this sort of platform consolidation. Generating those insights across both UC and CC is going to be a huge differentiator for companies going forward. So unfortunately, we are coming towards the end of the conversation today. But for our audience who are, potentially looking to transition to this fully integrated UC and CC platform, let's leave them with a few sort of top tips, if you like, to aid them on their journey. Aahad, do you want to kick us off? What are your top tips for those customers in that kind of position right now?
Sure. Thanks, David. So my number one would be around your customer journeys. It's very important that you fully understand what are the core customer journeys in your business. Be prepared with that information when you start having the discovery and design conversations, because really the technology is there ultimately to offer a better experience to the customers. So that's number one. Secondly, it's about thinking beyond the unified comms and contact center applications. Think about your business applications. What are those systems that really drive the core processes and your priorities as a business? Because it's really important to understand where you can integrate voice and omni channels into your existing business applications to deliver a more effective journey for your employees and your customers. And then lastly, selecting your technology partner is really important. You have to go with someone who is holistic in their approach to providing solutions. So, I spoke about our history with business customers and our partnerships at Vodafone Business. And that's where we can offer a rounded approach. So, whoever you partner with, make sure they have the state-of-the-art platforms. They have a robust network, whether it's mobile, fixed voice, or internet. And they have the expertise throughout the product lifecycle. So the implementation at the start, the in-life management, managing change, and scaling up if you're expanding. So those are the key considerations. So, think about your customer journeys, map them out, think about your critical business applications, how voice can be integrated in those, and think about who you partner with and whether they bring all the pieces of the puzzle for the solution.
Great. And Phil, do you want to give us your top tips?
Yeah, it's not too dissimilar to I think what's just been described there. But to me, understanding why consumers and customers are interacting with you, and across what channel as well. I think that's most important. And from there, once you understand that, where are the pain points in those challenges? And what is it that you're trying to do as an organization to maybe take cost out, improve business agility, pushing for self-service? It's understanding that complete customer engagement journey. That's first and foremost. And that takes time. It's understanding with the different stakeholders, because in a CX environment these days, it's not only about IT, it's around marketing, it's around the sales teams, and it's understanding what any future business operational models you've got as well. So doing that discovery, first and foremost, understanding the pain points that go along that journey, looking to where we can self-serve. So automation, integration, making life easy for the agent as well, understanding what their agent experience needs to look like, as well as what the optimal customer experience is as well. And then proof of concept. There's nothing better than testing out technology in an environment which is controlled. You can prove the technology integrations, whether it's a Salesforce integration, whether it's a CRM integration, or whether it's some form of IVR and you're doing a back-end database integration, or even if you're going to use speech, we're using conversational AI to route to the most appropriate contact at any given time. They're kind of like my three top tips. Clearly, it can be a complex environment in CX, especially when you merge it between UC and CX, but understanding the goal, map out what your customer journey is, understand the pain points that you're trying to address, and then use the technology to its optimum to deliver the business goals that you're trying to achieve.
Great. Well, I think that's a really great place to end today's discussion. So I'd just like to say, Phil, Aahad, thank you so much for joining me and sharing some of your insights.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. You've been watching me, David Dungay, on UC Today. If you like today's conversation, please give us a like and a share on social media. That's it from me. See you next time.